Greetings, my name is Danielle Palli, and I speak with many single people, women in particular, who are either seeking a partner or they're maybe having trouble navigating relationships. And they invariably ask, are my expectations too high? It's interesting because before I got married many years ago, I asked the same question. And the short answer is no, probably not. Many relationship studies indicate that people who have high expectations for their relationships and for their marriages have happier, more stable relationships. I think the problem for me, I don't know if you experience this yourself, but growing up, I loved fairy tales and romantic comedies. I still do, but as an adult, I can see the difference between the fantasy world and reality. Whereas growing up as a kid, maybe I could not quite make that distinction. So in a romantic comedy, maybe there's the bad boy who's a playboy and he's mean and rough around the edges, but he falls in love with you. And then suddenly you think he's going to change and become a perfect person. And by the way, he's a secret prince and wealthy, and he whisks you off to the castle and you live happily ever after. And it doesn't hurt that he has a carved face and looks exactly the way you'd expect him to look in your fantasy world. Reality is a different story. So some of it is separating the two, and then also determining what is important in a high quality relationship. Because some of the things you may think are important might not be. Let me give you a couple examples. You might say, I am debt free and financially stable. I want someone, a partner, who is also financially stable, which is different from he has to be a prince and a millionaire. You might say, I exercise and I eat healthy, and I want someone who is also healthy and takes care of their health. That's different from he must be an Olympic athlete and be built a certain way. What are your values, your core values of what you want for yourself, what you believe about the world? This could include spirituality. Does this person have to share the same religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, political beliefs? What happens if their values differ from yours? Now, only you can decide what is important for you, but I would suggest that values are really important and making sure they align. What are your dreams? Also very important. What's your vision? Can you help each other build that vision, or are they too different? If one person wants to get married and live in Arizona and have 5 kids, and the other wants to move to Manhattan and have no kids, maybe just a pet, well, there has to be some discussion about, is this even possible? Because am I giving up my dreams to be with this person? I would never tell anyone what they should do, but just understanding the differences of what's important in a relationship and what's not. As an experiment, try taking out a piece of paper and creating 2 columns. And on the right column is the fantasy world. The left column is the reality. And in the fantasy world, go crazy. They can have a certain hair color, eye color, certain build. They can talk with an accent. Maybe they are a prince or a princess. And on the left side, what are the down-to-earth things? What are your values? Maybe you want somebody who's kind and funny. Maybe they like the same types of exercise, the same types of movies as you. Whatever in the real world that you would like. And again, it doesn't have to be just high level. You can be specific if you want. And then after you separate the reality from the fantasy, look at that left side and figure out, what are your non-negotiables? And where is there room for compromise? For example, they may be really healthy, but they're interested in different types of athletic activities or sports. Maybe their hobbies are different. Can you grow together and learn from each other and try those new experiences? So in that case, maybe they don't check every single box. And Being okay with that is not lowering your overall expectations. Your expectations for the relationship are still high because you're sharing your values, your dreams, your overall wants for yourself and as a couple. And you are worth having a good relationship, being treated with love and respect. Thanks for joining me.